All right, today was the first day of October and the weather was very nice for this Friday. Should be fantastic for this upcoming weekend. In fact, a lot of the focus with this forecast is just going to be on the temperatures, just how warm and how cold that we're going to be for this upcoming week. And we're going to have those drastic changes like what we had from the previous week as well. But let's start with a look back at last month and the beneficial rain that was so overdue here. We ended up with 1.35 inches of rain throughout the course of the month, and it fell in pretty much 4 different events. But that amount of rain just almost outdid the last 6 months combined. So that was finally overdue. It was above average precipitation, which we needed to combat the drought situation. Still have that exceptional drought. It's going to take us months and seasons to recover from this, but at least we saw that coverage drop from 38% to now just 29%. Little update from this past week, but hopefully with more rain on the way and as the seasons are changing, we actually average more rainfall overall. In October, we averaged about as much as what we just got last month, 1.3 inches or so, and then look for 2 inches of precipitation. That would be rain and snow combined for November and December. So that is what's really going to help that drought situation for us to recover from that dry spring and summer season. Now, as for the weekend ahead, cool looking system in the North Pacific here, but this is not going to be impacting the Pacific Northwest. Instead, conditions are going to stay very dry, very mild for that first weekend in October. 68 tomorrow, 72 on Sunday, with Sunday being the warmer of those 2 days. But remember, it is going to be cool first thing in the morning. Look for lows around 40 degrees or so for tonight. Okay, back to the big picture. Got the jet stream plotted here as we look at the big picture and the long-term outlook. First half of next week, Monday and Tuesday, jet stream gets closer, but it draws in that warmer air. So our temperatures should actually be in the mid 70s on Tuesday, being the warmest day. And this is going to be common. We always get that warmest day right before things cool down quite drastically. A cold front will move through then. That looks dry, but when we get this trough over the Pacific Northwest by Thursday and Friday of this next week, that's looking like our next best chance of rain, also looking like our coolest day overall. So those temperature swings are going to be quite drastic. You look at the long-term outlook from about October 7th through the 11th, cooler and still wetter than average. And we'll take wetter than average. Again, after months and months of record dry conditions, we will take all the rain that we can get. So a dry stretch of weather out ahead of us, including for this weekend. Then we have those warm days for the first half of next week, up to 74 on Tuesday. And then things cool down quite a bit across the region. Just 57 for a high on Friday. Okay, coming up, we've got our Friday night football highlights for you. Brenna Green, Mark Hanrahan, and myself will be back right after the break. You won't want to miss it. Stay tuned to The Turf is next.